Welcome, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Jamaica Politics Uncovered. New subscribers, welcome, and returning subscribers, welcome back. Guys, tonight we're going to talk about a few things. But first up, we have to talk about these polls. Yes, we have to talk about these polls. We have to talk about the discrepancies that I observed today in these most recent Don Anderson poll. I'm going to ask you to please give the live a thumbs up and share it with somebody while I say hello to our tribe. So let's see who's here so far. Only there a long time, man. Rosalie, big up yourself. Welcome back. And happy new week, guys. It's Monday. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Janelle, welcome back. Good evening, and yes, justice for Melissa. We see them a try. We see them a try a thing, you know. Yes, and we now stop tag the JCF. And I had some strong words for them today, which I'll share with you shortly. Justice for Melissa. Hope King Charles says something about Melissa. Yes, man. Hopefully. Electro, big up yourself. And definitely, guys, definitely the phone lines are going to open tonight. Oh, yes, the phone line are going to open tonight. Faith, welcome. I see some new names, guys, and some new faces. So I want to welcome those people. Welcome and make yourselves at home, guys. We don't bite over here. We're a very friendly set of people. You know, we just want what is right for our country. And those who come to do what is not right, we're going to have to, basically talk about them and talk about it and raise awareness. Right? That's the very least we can do as patriotic Jamaican citizens. All right. So, make we start here with these polls, guys. Them people are not easy, Guys, somebody just say them they are Saba in a park. And then take one picture of Mark Gold and send it come give me. You don't tell me if Jamaica people them nice. Ooh, the people them send one picture because they see Mark here Saba in a park. Mark sit down there all by himself. Me soon show no. Anywho, yes, Liz will come in tonight. Good night, Liz. Welcome. So, guys, Jamaica people have never seen so many polls done in such a short time. Every month, this man, what named Don Anderson, who is being paid. And how do I know that he's being paid? Because it's reported in the newspaper. Each time the polls come out, they tell you who commissions the polls. Now, these polls that most recently came out, the one only looking at on the right hand of the screen, which says dead heat, it was polled by Don Anderson. For those of you who don't know, Don Anderson is one of the longest pollsters in Jamaica. We also had another prominent pollster who died recently. Rest in peace to Bill Johnson. Bill Johnson is an American pollster, and I've always believed in the integrity of his polls. Don Anderson has allowed himself to be bought out. Today, somebody tell me, say, Don Anderson sell out like vendor. Don Anderson allowed himself to be bought out by Peter Bunting, and Peter Bunting will tell him what he desires, and he will do his very best to design a poll to give Bunting what he desires. That is how Don Anderson work. And guys, I think this is a very dangerous thing because it is about our democracy and our people's choice. And when you as a pollster, you're going to work with people and take money from people who you know do not have the interest of the country to begin with. And I understand Don Anderson has to make a living, but I know everything we must take money for. right? But I'm not gonna bash him too much. I just want to know why, you know, these polls are being done the way that they are and things like that. So anyway, guys, as you know, when Peter Bunting wanted to unseat his leader in 2019, him and Mark Golding commissioned Dan Anderson and paid Dan Anderson to run poll on their sitting leader. And Dan Anderson took that job. He took that job, which I find to be very, inappropriate. Anyway, he took the job and he put out all these polls which said Peter Bunting was more favorable. Peter Bunting had more potential to win. Peter Bunting was more of a leader than Peter Phillips. All these things, all these positive polls about Peter Bunting. What did we see happen? You are looking at the polls on the left, which Dan Anderson did. August 2nd, 2019. July 20, they were conducted July 20 and August 2nd, 2019. In the end, we saw the complete opposite, which was that Dr. Peter Phillips defeated Bunting, and Bunting was defeated by Rhoda Crawford, which means that he did not beat Andrew Holness, or could not, as Dan Anderson put in the polls, claiming that that was the sentiment of the people. If that was the sentiment of the people, guys, if that was the sentiment of the people them now would have overwhelmingly come put him as leader and then overwhelmingly retained his seat in his constituency. Yes, they would have, but they didn't. Over 1,000 people came out against Bunting in his constituency and voted him out, right? Now, it's the same thing with these polls that they commissioned Dan Anderson to do. Dan Anderson has been running their polls since 2019. He's been working exclusively for Bunting and Golding, as reported in the newspaper. Now, these polls, what uno say? These polls are uno say, guys, with Andrew Holness and his government and Bunting. The latest poll, them claiming to say the country is going. Let us start with wrong direction. Them say the country is going in the wrong direction, according to them poll. And this, as you can see at the bottom, it says Dan Anderson, national poll, April 2024. Now, if you look at where it says wrong direction, and if you go to this poll, hold on. So, hold on, sit here. If you go to this poll, guys, which was done in 2023, last year, you see where it says wrong direction, it was 53%, right? Now, the fact that today it is 47%, don't it mean, say, less people believe that the country is going into the wrong direction, guys? Yes, absolutely. And now, make we go back to last year's poll, where it says no change. It was 31% where it talked about no change. Now, this time around, it is 25%, which means that more people see more change today than last year. Now, if you look at where it says right direction at 28%, you see that last year for right direction, it was 15.6. Yeah? Last year, 15.6 for right direction. This year, 28% for right direction. So basically, Dan Anderson, even though he was commissioned by them, his poll findings said that the direction of the country, according to the people, whether no change, right or wrong direction, the government is doing better. Wouldn't you agree, guys, based on Dan Anderson's polls? Yes, absolutely. So when Mark Golding is going to be posting and Dayton Campbell, they're going to be posting as if to say, Mark Golding is doing better than Andrew Holness. How? How does that make sense? When you compare these polls, of last year to this year, because they're not too bright, guys. The Rise United people, they are not very bright. They're not well read. They're not well studied. They're not mathematically inclined. So they're not going to look at and compare the polls last year and this year and stop putting out these freaking polls. I mean, they can do the polls all they want. They can do the polls for themselves to see how they're doing. There is nothing wrong with that. But when you have the polls saying that where the direction of the country is going, you have Andrew Holness doing better according to Dan and this poll, and them come now with another poll now and say Mark Golding is doing better. When said the recent Dan and this poll reaffirm what we've long understood: good governance is. This is ridiculous. The people basically said today that the country is doing better compared to last year. And let me just say this for the record. If Andrew Holness commissions a poll tomorrow, I really wouldn't give too much credence to it. You know why? Because when you commission a poll, to me, me no know. Me rather read poll from independent people, independent sources. I want independent people to come show me poll. Me no want nobody from one party or the other a commission a poll and a show it to me. I don't want to see it. Show me the poll from the independent people them. I saw me see it, guys. Do you guys understand and do you agree based on what I just showed you, where these polls are concerned, that the country and the government, according to the Nandis poll, is doing better today than last year, guys? Same time. Wanna make me know if me need to go over it again. Let me know if you need me to go over it again and show no again. Because me know nobody over here so no dance. Guys, please make sure that you're giving the live a thumbs up. And if you know anybody who interested in what we're talking about, please share it with them. Give me just a second, guys. I'll be right back. Yeah, guys. So, Derek, welcome back. I've seen you in a while. Yeah, man. So, I could move on now to the next topic because based on what you guys are saying, it look like so you understand clearly and you agree. Yeah, remember Carl Stone. Yes. People would have more give credence to those people. And you know what? Even then, we never see this every 6 months they run poll. Every minute they come out with poll, sir. If they're so concerned about how they are doing, why not commission the poll and keep it among yourselves so you can evaluate yourselves? Because people now go evaluate uno based on where uno come with about poll, people are going to evaluate based on the mood of what uno have as government and opposition. The people is going to evaluate them based on whether they feel hopeful, are they giving hope and assurance, whether them believe say Andrew Holness is going to take the country forward and just need a little more time or one more term or how much more term. The people them are going to go based on whether they see the opposition as a viable and a united organization. Because I'm telling you something, me never see nobody take up themselves and leave their yard nowhere in the world and go vote for a political organization what is unstable. Because the people them looking at that saying, "Uno don't ready to lead nothing." Because uno cannot stabilize on yourself and on own organization. All uno do are bring down one another. And when you look at murder cover up, uno go, uno ready for prime time yet. This is what the people are saying in the street. So no poll is gonna convince the people them same like how the poll them where Dan Anderson come with when Bunting wanted to unseat his sitting leader. Those same polls where the MP Dan Anderson must see $1 million for do. The people them never convinced by that. The people them see where Bunting do and they see the type of people they are. And the people them say, no, you are not the change we need. It's quite simple. So Dan Anderson cannot come some find nobody with the same style. The very same style one used before. I want to see how detrimental that was to the party and members. I want to come back with the said style. You don't learn. Right? Yeah. So guys, you understand. At the end of the program, I am going to go back over those two polls from last year and this year and show them say the Jamaican people them more so now are saying that the country is going in the right direction right now. No witchcraft to the people in Jamaica. No, me nah bring down Dan Anderson too tough, but what I'm saying is Dan Anderson has a very important role to play in our country. These polls that he's putting out and so forth. Remember, it's our democracy we're talking about. We're talking about, people going to vote, and maybe some will be influenced by these reports of polls. Some people probably will. So when he's going to allow himself to take money from people who don't have no good intention and people who are wicked, because if me was a pollster in a Jamaica and Bunting come to me and say him want to run poll pan him leader, me da run him as a god. Me da go pick 2 mango eat and go my bed and run Bunting with him money. Come me have to sleep good at night time. Why never go to the Bill Johnson? Bunting couldn't go to Bill Johnson to do that. Because Bill Johnson is not one of those unscrupulous people and him know better. He could have never come to me and said, him a beg me run poll upon him leader. You're crazy? Who does that? So that's the position I'm coming from, is that Bunting and Dan Anderson, they must change. Well, Bunting cannot change. He's a lost cause. But Dan Anderson used to be a pollster where people used to give a little more credibility and integrity to his polls. But he has lost it. Them say a lie with dogs, they may rise with flea. And that I reach Dan Anderson, I'm sorry for say it. And every money a good money, Thank you, Sharon, and welcome back. Now, guys, one very interesting changing topics. Me see the cartoon here come out over the gleaner. I'm gonna read it and see. See it have the DPP right there, so with our suitcase, our attache case, or what they want to call it. My friend, you have to pay a cartel lawyer them millions, like our government lose the appeal. Cartel conviction squash. What? So who we must hold accountable for this? Guys, tell you the truth. Me hear some talk and make and some blame and go around. And you see, the only person that can be blamed for what happened, what is happening to the Jamaican people and the taxpayers. So the taxpayer they write the same pants tear up. Taxpayer pants well tear up and go so and foot them dirty. Because what the Gleaner is depicting right here is that the taxpaying Jamaica people cannot afford to pay cartel lawyer fee over 14 years, which may amount to some hundreds of millions of dollars. Right? I say every time these kind of things happen, this reckless behavior happen, is the same way with the Tivoli Garden incursion. When them send law enforcement go in there, go do a bag of things, and when the inquiry go on, it was decided that the government had to pay the citizens of Tivoli millions and millions of dollars, which I don't think them people get their money all now. I only think I got paid. Taxpayers. The only person that can be blamed for this, what happening to with Cartel, is this man here. Yes, that is the judge. Judge Lennox. He's the one who sat in his courtroom and allowed a tainted juror to participate in the verdict decision against Cartel. And it doesn't matter if a cartel people them send a man there. It does not matter. All we know is that the man do when do. You know what, guys? That's my honest opinion on this. You see that juror there? That juror there knowing himself. Say him could pay all of them the people. How much him did say? 250,000? 250,000 for buy out the whole jury. Him know so that was not gonna fly. I think somebody with the legal knowledge sent this juror to taint the others, knowing that the case will be overturned on appeal. I think that's what happened. That juror was sent. I don't know who sent him or who paid him, but I know it's somebody with the legal knowledge who know their way around the Constitution, the courts, and they sent him to taint everything to ensure that Cartel would get a successful appeal. The problem is, because of how slow our justice system works in Jamaica, Cartel had to do 14 years of hard labor first before that appeal became successful at the Privy Council. That's just the truth of the matter. Anybody with critical thinking skills, they would understand that. Now, I don't know if you guys saw this most recent article with how the union came out and spoke against Juliet Holness in very strong terms. I'm going to read some of it for those who have not seen the upload that I did earlier. Miss Curtis is in retirement now. She has served for 28 years. And at this point in time, I didn't even know that the union would have, made a statement on it. But they said that they have been patiently waiting for others to sort of denounce Juliet Holness's behavior toward the clerk. Guys, from day one, I said it was a bad idea. Of course, I did not anticipate something like this would happen, that Juliet Holness would have done what she did. But it happened. And for that reason, I thought, you know what? And I didn't even know her temperament when I said that. I did not know her temperament. I did not have any preconceived notions about her. Although, I've heard things in passing, people say, she's this or she's that or whatever. But I didn't really give too much credence to it because I really didn't know the woman to believe that. I mean, I just when I hear people talk to me, I just run in on things. Me watch and listen for myself and observe. And that moment came for me the day when she reprimanded, publicly humiliated, and disgraced the clerk of the house. So the union came out. I'm just going to tell you briefly what they said. I'm not going to get too deep into it. But the union had some very strong words for Juliet Holness. It's good that we have a democracy, guys, in Jamaica. Where, when things like this happen, whether it be the prime minister who is the offender, or anybody, his wife who is the offender, it's good that we have unions who can speak out and do so freely. So, the article is titled Unions, plural, unions stand with Curtis. The JCTU, guys, is the Jamaica Confederation of Trade Unions. And that is 11 unions strong. JCTU, through their full support behind former clerk to the House of Parliament, Valerie Curtis, in calling for an apology and withdrawal of the letter that Juliet Holness wrote and disseminated to all 60-odd MPs and accuses the House Clerk of dereliction of duty. Well, they said that not only did Juliet tarnish Miss Curtis's distinguished career, but also sent a chilling signal to other public servants. It's imperative for leaders to be exemplars of respect and to adhere to procedural rights, particularly within our legislative body. According to the JCTU, criticism, when necessary, should be constructive and follow due process, especially concerning constitutionally mandated positions. Quote, the Speaker has fallen well short of this standard, and her public apology ought to be forthcoming without further delay. In a letter to the editor, the JCTU said the accusation of gross dereliction of duty is tantamount to gross misconduct. The union body said that the Labor Relations Code Section 21(2)(b) states that no worker should be dismissed for a first breach of discipline except in the case of gross misconduct. According to the JCTU, the Speaker's letter suggests Curtis's dismissal, making it more than just an inappropriate reprimand. The letter issued to the former clerk was sent to 62 lawmakers in the lower house. In its letter to the newspaper, the union said that it waited patiently for people to basically denounce the public scolding by the Speaker to the now retired clerk. It is in this regard, resulting from the board meeting and collective stance on the matter, that the JCTU supports Ms. Curtis's impassioned request for an apology and withdrawal of the letter. They're accusing Juliet Holness of violating due process, guys. They contend that despite the immaterial point made by the Speaker last Tuesday that the letter was not placed on Ms. Curtis's file, the withdrawal of the letter should be seen as both an apology and retraction, acknowledging the mishap or misstep and restoring dignity to Miss Curtis's name. Quote, the Speaker's letter disregards constitutional separation of powers, violates due process, and contravenes public service regulations, labor regulations, codes, and established protocols. Want to hear all of them there? The unilateral approach taken here undermines fairness and constitutes an abuse of power, the union declares. I want to read just one more section. They said that this insistence persists despite commendations and tributes from both House of Parliament, including praise for Miss Curtis's strong work ethic, organizational skills, attention to detail, and 28 years of commitment to upholding parliamentary ideals. The March 22nd letter from the Speaker accused the former clerk of gross dereliction of duty and bringing Parliament into disrepute, two extremely grave allegations. However, the JCTU said it is worth noting that Holness herself praised Miss Curtis for her exceptional service on two occasions after the release of the letter. One, a week before Curtis's retirement on March 26, 24, and the other on April 24, the day Parliament reconvened. This apparent contradiction between exceptional service and accusation of dereliction of duty should not be overlooked. Guys, me agree with them, you know. Remember me talking from last September when she was first confirmed. I said, this doesn't look good, guys. This should not be. And I think, in all honesty, and I think I reserve the right to this opinion at this point in time. I've never said anything negative about this woman before. But since this incident happened, it is my opinion that Juliet Holness understands that she and her husband hold the most powerful seats in the parliament. She fully understands that, and I think that it got to her head. Yes. I think she is abusing her power. Yes, absolutely. Based on her actions and the way she dealt with this whole thing with Miss Curtis, she abused her power, disrespected the lady, this public reprimand, this humiliation, this sending letter to all the parliament. Yes, guys. I wouldn't want nobody to do that to my mother or to me or to any of my friends them or family. Or nobody at all. I mean, no, Juliet Holness would not want anybody to do that to her. Let me just state this categorically clear here, so. You see this incident right here, guys, with Juliet Holness? Don't be surprised. Because some people, when them come over here and say, Mark Golding them can't win and Ray Andrew can't lose. Let me tell you something. You see people were arrogant. Mankind don't really like them much. That's just the truth. We tend to shun and ignore people who demonstrate a sense of arrogance. You can't be bringing down the woman publicly and humiliate the woman and then you have to come reward the woman and talk about, oh, she did such a great job over the 20. Move from here. Nobody can friend me. That's why me hear one man talk something already, you know. And it took me a few days to really come to the conclusion, say, the man you have a point. You know me hear one man say one time? One of my good friend too. Him say him don't believe in an apology. Because apology was created to make people get away with wickedness. Because people come do the worst thing and come tell you sorry. And it's true. Sometimes for the minor stuff, them, me no mind apology, but nobody can come do certain things to me and come tell me sorry, you know. Me no believe in that, you know. She abused her power, and it's the truth. That man here when name Richard Passard. Richard Passard, are you are the same one we come over here come in an argument with Liz where they are called Liz bias. And before the conversation over, you admit to the whole away over here. Say you also have an agenda because you is a labor right. So we're not gonna really take what you say into consideration, my love. Sorry for tell you. Make somebody way in the middle contact that. Okay? Make somebody way in the middle contact that. No, sir. What a piece of water No, man, we can't put up with slackness, man. We have to tell the truth. I know the truth, me attack. Give me a break, guys. All right, guys. So, I'll call this, you know. But before me do that real quickly, for those of you who are just joining, please give the live a thumbs up. And if you can share it with somebody, we would appreciate it. But let's go over these polls again. According to Mark Golden and Dayton Campbell, they said in their lead and said they said dead heat. And they said the poll go over RGR, them and done and this and them are do the most. Right? Remember? Them turn election deniers based on done and this the same poll them and based on what Cliff Hughes can do. Can tell the people them foolishness about say Mark Golden them win. Right? Me don't know where this are going in Jamaica because in all my years, me never see them something here yet. I mean, no one never see it neither. So make we look on poll now and see if what them a say is matching. Last year, according to Dan Anderson, this is Dan Anderson poll. You can see it right there, but it kind of blurry a little bit. This poll was done June of 2023. And last year, Dan Anderson tell the people them say the direction of the country. The people, according to Dan Anderson, the people, 53% of the people say the country is in the wrong direction. This year, 47% saying that the country is in the wrong direction, meaning say Andrew Holness' direction is doing better this year than last year. Him tell the people them again say, according to him poll, 31% say no change not in the country. This year, 25% say no change. So this is definitely an improvement, right? And again, last year, where right direction is concerned, only 15.6% said the country was going in the right direction in 2023. In 2024, 28% believe that the country is going the right direction. Alexa, what is 28 minus 15? 13.
28 minus 15 is 13.
Thank you, Alexa. Alexa, you chat too much, man.
Do you want to hear it?
No. 13, guys. So
you don't have any contacts.
13. So 13, 13% increase. 13% increase, guys. Where right direction is concerned. Give me a break, guys. I'm getting some breaking news. Hold on. Yes, guys. So like I was saying, you can see the direction. Right direction, there's a 13% improvement. 13% improvement, as you guys can see. Because I don't want to make a mistake with the maths. That's why I asked Alexa to confirm it for me. 13% increase in the right direction of the country. So when you tell me now, all of them heap of excitement here, where them a come with poll every minute, wanna make it make sense. How does it make sense? If the people them listen, they're not making any sense. And as me say, based on what Dan Anderson did and the outcome of that, where he told Jamaica that according to him polls, Bounty na go whop up Peter Phillips and Bounty na go whop up Andrew Holness. And when you check it out, Peter Phillips whop Bounty and Road up whop Bounty again. And Andrew never get for whop him. So right then and there, guys, we see say Dan Anderson a ramp. Dan Anderson need to go find somebody else to play with and stop complaining with the Jamaican people, them democracy. Stop it. Let her call this.
Good night.
Good night, Liz. How are you?
I am good, you know.
Yes, so Liz, tonight we're talking about the polls them for one and some other things. But you see these polls that are coming out?
Yeah, man. The first thing on the news I'm watching is the poll, but this is it. This is the headline in one of the papers yesterday. That is in front of you, saying scammers have found new method to go into uncles and take control. It's called BIN, BIN attacks. Just come up on the news. Now, Mark Bolin and Peter Bunting account is under BIM attack from Anderson. One, tonight the result they issued said Andrew Holness is at 31%. Mark Bolin is at 18%, and Dan Anderson on the news saying, "Oh, big big jump by Mark, right?"
Mm-hmm.
It's still 18 and 13 is 31. So Holness has a 31% rating. Him have 80. Then there is to come and say 28% of the person's poll said no, Mark Golden does not have any. It's not will not make a good leader. They're not going to vote him. While they have a 25% favor rating. Confusion. Continue the BIM attack. Then a while ago, now, last Saturday, there's a whole heap of the sections of the poll every. Dan Anderson says that the PMP is at 37% will win the election, and the JP is at 29%. Now, the leadership in the general election is very essential. Oh, he also asked the person's poll when they think the election is going to be called. Most persons say between January 2025 to our April, somewhere thereabouts.
So what you say now? You say that Dan and this not scam out them or scam out the Jamaican people them. Somebody said by the time Dan done run poll, him a go richer than Bounty. Lord Jesus.
If Andrew Holness has a 13-point lead over Golden, yet still the PMP has a 9-7, 9-8 as an 8% lead. Suddenly them jump out and they have lost the local government. So this is the headline that you saw on the Gleaner front page yesterday. So that is not trying a new method of taking control.
No.
And this definitely is scamming this poll by the analysts.
So Liz, do you trust Dan and the support? Start the truth. I mean,
No,
was there a point in time? Was there a point in time when you see Dan and this come out with a poll that say, all right then, we are work with this, or we can give some credibility to this?
No, I have never ever since family days I called student until eventually Mark Wignall they got exposed. I've never been a believer, follower. I don't adhere to polls.
Oh really?
The People's National Party, no, I don't.
Okay.
The People's National Party had a program which was systematically destroyed called canvassing. That gave birth to all of the polls where you see emerging. Now how that was conducted when I just joined as a high schooler was very, very well done. Because yes, when the senior said, the senior comrades send out to do the canvass. If it was somebody get a knock and them throw water and them say, we not chat to the people and wake you up, you couldn't go back and tell your era leader that the person wakes you up. You had to go dry off and you had to go back to that person. I had to find method. So I've never, ever since the PMP canvassing was systematically destroyed by PMP leadership, I have never believed in these polls. Never.
Okay, so.
But this definitely, at this point in time, this man definitely, somebody said earlier, he's going to be, oh Jesus, forget my manners again. Good night, everybody. This man is definitely going to be richer. And I don't blame him. They have the money and I have no know what to do with it.
Mighty God. They know this. Boy, I don't know. So Dan and this, all of them poll. So are we expecting the government to come out with for them poll to call poll for polling up? A poll for poll.
Well, tonight on the news about Senator Abka Henley,
Yeah.
said Fitz Henley says that because the JLP has done a internal reshuffling of officers within the JLP, and because of his journalistic skills, has been given the communication post, and he was on the news saying that he's here to tackle the risers' lies, right? Saying the government is not doing this, and then the answer and say he's lying. So Dan Anderson, I noticed too, I think we should pay keen attention to the timing of these Bunting Golden Commission poll. Notice the timing. Right? Because Margot is supposed to be in Florida, I think, doing the hustle, Van McCoy, on the diaspora in a restaurant. And then the last time he went to a tour to the diaspora, I think it was a total disaster. So, and with being beaten by Andrew Holness administration, although they are in this precarious position, in the local government, also the diaspora, when take an attitude, well, you have not more to say because you were beaten in the post. So, the timing, that's just my opinion. The timing of electing Dan Anderson is saying the JLP is in a better favorable light, a higher percentage, the JLP.
Hold on the list. Stick up in right there, so. The people them ask they say if you never ever believe or gave any credibility to Dan Anderson's poll or integrity.
No, None of them. Carl
Why?
Stone,
Including
Bill
Carl Stone
Johnson.
too?
Huh?
Including Carl Stone too?
Never ever gave any. 1980 taught me that.
1980. What happened in 1980?
Yeah, in 1980, it was a foregone conclusion. We in the PMP knew that we were going to be beaten because of the violence. I know it was orchestrated and planned strategically. We knew, but we had to put on a brave face because we were in government. But we knew we were going to. Carl Stone run out 2 days before the election and put out poll like the JP is going to win our seat. And when we see that, we just kiss our teeth, I hit our teeth, sorry. I said, yeah, you don't know the results already because you don't hear and see the action and the ground. So from that day, me never give no credibility. Carl Stone again said that Mr. Siago was going to wipe the floor. When PJ took over, PJ beat him into retirement. He never win another election. After what? 4 general, about 4 local government. PJ Carl Stone poll said that it was Siago was going to wipe the floor with PJ. And PJ beat Siago into retirement. He never stood back Jamaica.
But look here, when the poll came,
I believe in none of them poll.
all right. So when the poll came out, in 2019, that Dan Anderson did, and Dan Anderson,
Yes.
because sometimes, in my view, I'm not gonna discredit all polls. I feel like if there's a poll done by somebody who is unbiased and independent, then I will look at it and give some credence to it. But I understand that when a poll is done, it is the mood and sentiment of the people at that time. And then now, dynamics can change between this poll and the next one, and people may feel different, right? So let us say, for the poll that Dan Anderson did do in a 2019 with Bunting, and remember say in a them the poll there every second them put out poll for them poll. Remember say when them go for Dan Anderson and run poll, Peter Phillips go for Bill Johnson and run for them poll. So when Bunting a fling out the whole of Dan Anderson poll, the man I say, yeah, me supposed to can beat Peter Phillips. I am more favorable for the leader. Them say me can beat Andrew. What changed between the time the poll came out to the election of the internal election to the general election where Bunting get beaten? What could have changed between them time there?
Okay, as I said, what Carl Stone polls used to be conducted around the university, and I think he was I don't think it first of all it was being commissioned by at that time any of the 2 parties.
Oh, so who did that commission at them time there?
Yeah, it was sort of an independent, possibly university financing, but there was no input or financing by any of the 2 political parties.
Me no know since when political party, that me I say, me know say political party would have run poll to gauge the situation within them own party. But when a political party are run poll now, pan the other, me never see them as, not even America. When you see poll come out about Donald Trump and Biden and then sitting there, a media house around them, Sometime a media house.
Right. Now, Don Anderson has been doing polls for these 2 gentlemen since. You may not know of it, but I'm going to tell you because the late Dr. Brooks and myself spoke for quite a number of hours at the arena in 2018. Don Anderson was commissioned since 2014 internally. Now, to be truthful, we used to see him after the template quarters when I was working there. We always have him as a comrade. And he was commissioned to do a poll on Dr. Bloomfield versus Anne-Marie Vybz by Bunting. I was told factually by Bunting commissioned that poll because Dr. Bloomfield was under threat to give up the seat and he refused. And that poll told them a particular result that's never been revealed because it wasn't the result that Bunting wanted. But these analysis polls are paid for by these 2 gentlemen, and as you have said, in 2019, Dan Anderson bamboozled Bunting and said, yes, Bunting can beat Andrew, and Bunting will defeat Andrew, and he's the best choice.
And Dr. Phillips.
And Dr. Phillips. Dr. Phillips beat him He spent $7 billion for unseat Dr. Phillips, and Dr. Phillips beat him by 76 votes in 2019. Interesting numbers, 1976. We are not for sale. And so he went further. The interesting thing about that 2019 poll too, Dan Anderson was not aware that in central Manchester, Peter Bunting had no political organization. Dr. Phillips knew that because he was president of the party. Peter Bunting challenged Dr. Phillips for the presidency to overthrow him, move up to be opposition leader and thinking that he could go to prime ministership. But he had no organization inside central Manchester. He never gave one delegate vote out of his own constituency. So how the hell were you going to beat Dr. Phillips, right? And then Anderson come and tell the nation, say, him can beat Holness when he had no political organization in his constituency.
Then then Anderson take him money and trick him.
These polls are fraud.
Then Anderson take him money and trick him. But Liz, you know me have to wonder now, under that circumstance, who Dan Anderson could have polled? No must the risers them alone in poll.
Most of the risers they take him to who they want him to talk to.
Okay.
They
Then
send him to them do enough they're doing a lot of polls in South St. Andrew, you know. They are in South St. Andrew a lot. Them in Southwest St. Andrew too. So the polls are manipulated and manipulative, right?
Yeah.
And they go and talk to specific people that they now come to now. The core of the PNP is not being talked to. They will go up a year street where you have fanatical rise people. So, you know, that's why I say I don't just talk of my head tops, you know. I'm sorry, of my head top. These are actual experiences that I have. And these polls are fraud, very much so.
All right, Liz. Well, thank you. May I go?
Yes, ma'am.
I got some emails where people are saying, "Listen, we love the program, we love listening to you, but try not to go too long. Cause when we go back for listen to it, we're not too. You understand? So
Yeah,
I've been being mindful of that. Yeah, man. Thank you.
One question though, I thought to say you had a picture of the opposition.
Yeah, me go post it. Me go post it. No, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, guys. Guys, give me a break real quick. I'll be right back. Yes, guys. See the opposition leader. They are Saba in a park. They are Saba in a park to watch football. I don't know who that decided. That look like the new mayor. I watch football. But guys, this is I don't know. What do you think about polls, guys? What do you think about polls? You don't believe in a poll. We understand that a poll is a snapshot of what people are thinking at a particular time. Right? I don't know. Polls should be independent. I strongly believe in that. You see the same tactic when they use for the PNP to bring down them leader. Are the same tactic them I use now because no political party. This is so low grade. It's so party shop, so uncared, so barefoot. You're not supposed to run poll as a major political party. You're not supposed to run poll pan the government. I know you pollster. Load that to the media house, them and load that to some independent bodies. who are political pundits and people who, you understand, I try to educate the population on politics or whatever. But you running poll on the government, like, who does that? Nobody. If you even run poll internally, nobody never supposed to know. But these guys, them come with a different style of politics, guys, and it's only one style of politics that they know. You know, it's the destructive kind. And I would hope that the government will not go and do the same thing. Don't go and commission no poll for run pan them. Because two can play the game, you know. Them can go hire pollster, you know. For come out with poll we make Mark Gold in them look real bad, you know. We don't care about that. We don't want to see that. What we want to see these high-paying members of parliament, prime minister, and them people. What we want to see is what them a come tell the people them say and what them a do, right? What them a tell the people and what them a do. Are they giving the people a sense of hope? You know, all of that. So all these poll, this look hurry up business when them a come with poll. Then now do nothing more than fear. I try make the people them start to think negative about the government, figure them power. That's all they want, a power. And them a pull out every little dirty card where they having a them trick. You understand, guys? Not making any sense. Lord Jesus. Guys, may I get one breaking news? Hold on. May I go to break? Hold on. Guys, wanna look how them a people are hurry up. Wanna look at how them desperate. Dayton Campbell now and Bunting's side chick. Look what them put out. then just put out this, said the People's National Party extends lead ahead of JLP. Lord of God. The people them. Mighty God, I never see this in a life yet. To look here. But if not about to read it, you know, only know what they must say. Them put out press release about the polls. Yeah? Papa Jesus. Desperation. See there? Them are telling people them say the PNP extends lead ahead of the JLP. So no come out, no, run out, no. Look at so. Look at so. The country is doing better by 13%, you know. By 13%. And then no put out the part there, the poll, you know. But then come put out Dan and this bogus. Boy, Jesus. I don't know what Dan and this can do. Forget somebody like me. For believe in the integrity of his poll. But I don't know what Dan and this can do nothing. Right? From see what Dan and this do. With this here so. When do with Bunting, me know Dan and this not little bit of scamish. So me not bother with them again. The dirty card sounds done. You need to pinch us because there's enough breaks here. Take power. Hi. Me so pinch you no man. Wait there. Some of the skin not even heal up from last week and week before last. Having worked for a couple of market research companies, I am very much aware that surveys can be cooked. And as a chef, I've cooked quite a few of myself. I must say, I don't trust polls. Nah, the truth of the matter is, well, Andy. Hello, good night. Welcome to the program.
Show Natalie. I don't want to talk to you upon the show.
Oh,
Right.
when I get off, I will reach back out.
Huh?
I'm on the program, so I'll have to talk to you after. I'm on the program live now, so I'll have to talk to you afterwards. Okay. Yeah, guys. Well, Andy, what the comment there? The person who said I work with market research. It's true you're talking, you know. Pollsters are trained to use, different techniques to conduct their polls. And polls are supposed to be done with integrity. But you have some people who are going to go against that and they're going to design polls to fit a certain narrative when they're paid to do it. They shouldn't do that. They should never do that. They should always do the poll according to the integrity. Not according to a man who can give 2 million and say, listen, run a poll and make it look like say Ray. And they know exactly how to manipulate and how to find the sample group and so. When we study psychology, that's how I learned that, about polls and they sitting there, because you have to take research too. I'm never too interested in a research, but then show you how posters and they sitting there operate. And that's why I know say from them take them and this put in a them pocket, me know what time it is. They can't trick me, guys, and they can't trick on neither. Bunting obsessiveness, rubbing out polls, and soon Dan Anderson will be unemployed. Lord have mercy. No, sir. And then they go put out press release now. Same thing what they do to Peter Phillips and what they do to their own party. The said thing them a can do. And how much you know bet me say? The government nah nothing to say about it. And that's why I nah stop talk say. If Andrew Holness no plan forget one decent press secretary, imagine that one too. Cause guys, you know me not afraid for lick none of them. I be nah look like me I give all of them. Because even Andrew Holness nah go on good neither. Tell you the truth. I'ma tell Labour right them say, this a man no want win nothing. He no want win nothing, you know. So all him fear get so now look like too. Because with them a poll and sitting will come out. You don't have nothing to say, eh? If I me like all you and your press secretary, no you. No you. You're not supposed to have in them argument here. But you're supposed to have one press secretary now where today, before a podium, your press secretary supposed to have a conference and address the polls, or if the press people them in the room ask about the polls or whatever. Because we never have this in Jamaica yet. Where political party are run poll pan political party, I tell the people them say we are ahead. Eh? No, sir. So your press secretary now should have come out today and say, listen, this is not the politics of Jamaica, number one. And number two, how do you think that we should react to a poll that the PNP commissioned? How do you expect us to react to the integrity of Don Anderson's poll when he was paid to run the poll by the opposition party? Is like me I tell guys? Where is this man's press secretary? Where is him press secretary? A breaking news is a me say I be a pinch or pinch me up in a WhatsApp. Let me see what he say now. Me not take no more break, and next thing when I start cause me say me I take too much break, cause someone on the very touchy over here. Alright, make us say this. Oh, Satan Campbell put out the poll. What me just show you. And Mark Golan to put out the poll, I'm just showing you the poll here. Where they said it there in the cover. The two of them just posted. Woo! So, in posting these polls, Mark Golan said, let's continue to walk this road to change together. And then Satan Campbell say, the work continues. Eh? Poor thing them, oh God. Me not laugh. But back to Mr. Andrew Holness. How are they? Oh. He don't want to win. Is either him not know if he win or him not want to win or him not no advisor or something. The first order of business, and I don't care who wants to say I am being unfair, because I'm not. I have never been wrong on these things, guys, because I know them something here. The politics, never been on the wrong side and never been wrong. Let me tell you this. If Andrew Holness not making wife come down from there now win, that's the truth. And if Andrew Holness not get a press secretary now win, and that's the truth. Yes, it's the truth. Andrew Holness is going to let the unscrupulous people them devour him. If he's not making wife come down from there, and if him not get a press secretary. Two things. 1 year before the election, you know. Only thing say 3 and 4 years. He doesn't have the luxury of time. And whatever adjustments he need to make, him should have make that no, like no. It's the truth. He has 1 year to go. Yes, man, always the best over here. Truth I talk over here and all these things. Labour look like them running for upper. Are the truth. Lord Jesus, the people them put out, say, then they are head of the government. Lord Jesus, desperado. You really believe them to take the money, Lola? Me not believe that. Dan and this should have run them way from then come with them outarderness. Make him run poll and then leader while he's sitting there. 1 year before he goes to the electorate, Dan and this take them money for run poll and then leader. You know, so Dan and this not wicked like them to man. The poll will come out last year. Right? I mean, not. Look here. It doesn't take somebody with a PhD in anything to go back to the polls of last year and compare to the poll of this year. The government, they're 13% ahead of doing better, and that's the fact and the truth. Hello, good night, and welcome.
Good night to your listeners and people in the chat.
Yeah, man, good night.
Yeah, maybe I said, don't understand wicked. Don't understand run a business. Yeah?
Yeah.
So if people come contract him to do a poll, I'll give them what I want, you know.
Oh, God, man. Then you know,
man, I'll give them business in my run, man. He must sell a product and them a buy. So if I come bunting and all of them decide to them want a poll, them a pay for them I get.
So integrity.
Eh?
To integrity. Bill Johnson never used to do them sitting there, you know?
I mean, the market changed, you know. Remember, Bill Johnson never used to do that. Carl Stone never used to do that. But polling becomes a market now. You know, see all kind of people are going to polling now.
No, man, but you know, no, but you know, on the political party, I run poll pan political party. Wish I ever say that yet.
Then you know, see candidate within a political party, I run poll pan candidate within them party.
Which part?
I don't know nothing strange. I don't know nothing new. Eh?
Within a political party, if you have an election going on or something like that, or if the secretariat of the party want to make a decision within that party, I think that's fine. But it's not something that you're going to really publicize.
Was the secretariat making a decision or weighing the field to see what was what when time Peter Bunting did run a poll from Peter Phillips?
When Peter Bunting...
They have been doing these things that I want nothing strange. So this poll no shouldn't really raise no much eyebrows. They wouldn't know what them would know what them do all the while.
No man, what me I say is that when Peter Bunting run the poll pan him leader, are you leader that You're not supposed to run a poll pan your leader. That's the first thing.
Alright.
And second,
and it's not the secretary. It wasn't the secretary that commissioned that poll.
No.
Peter Bunting had the same thing.
No.
So that they say I don't know them do it. A long time them do it, so it shouldn't really do.
No, but you can't run poll pan the opposite party. Nobody never do that yet. I run poll pan the opposite party and another election.
Listen, we always talk all these things. I'm going to tell you this. You say it all the while, but you come like you don't believe what you're saying, Natalie. These people are different type of animals. You know, see them play in the gutter, in the trenches, them are rolling.
Nothing
beyond them, you know.
So you're not saying it's okay?
Them. So, in order for them to convince people or try over people, they will stoop to any level, they will do anything.
Oh, so you're saying that you don't agree with what they're doing, but it's not unexpected?
No, we don't agree, but we have to understand the people that we are dealing with. A long time, what you want them to come and you yourselves now convince yourself. You know. These people will stoop to any level, they will do anything. See? But them feel like bring them the mileage of them are seek.
Mighty God. So what you think the Prime Minister do 1 year out from the next election?
What am I doing? Alright, let me tell you something. I observe me as a student of the politics. I take a keen interest in the politics over the years. All of the noise I hear are making at the market. When I really watch it as such, you know. Yeah? People might not give Andrew Holness him credit when deserve, but Andrew Holness has studied the field. Him know what him do. People see in the last election he come out late and people say, well, him start campaign late and all of that. Yes, that was a factor. But him sit back and I watch a lot of things. And him all make strategic moves. But I just see it. I tell you. But me still I come back to the point where you can't rule out nothing where you come on to Peter Bunting and Mark Rowling. Them are going to stop at nothing and them are going to try everything.
Okay.
Yeah, I could have gone deeper, but me I leave it at that. Them are going to stop at nothing and them are going to try everything. Remember me to tell you that.
Alrighty.
Yeah, man.
Thank you. Thank you for the call. We'll keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Alright,
man,
big up
also,
yourself. Yeah. Yeah, guys. One more question me have to ask you now. Me hear the risers them a go round with one argument. But at them alone me hear attack it, guys. Me want, you see? Every time I talk, you know, I'ma try say the people them need to get a press secretary. Right? Me hear the risers them attack say Juliet Holness owns Melissa Silvera's land. Wanna hear it? Wanna tell me in a comment if wanna hear it. Tell me in the comment if wanna hear the argument there, guys. Guys, you see if them did have a press secretary, the press secretary would have come and mash down that how long. But the risers, them are run up and down all over the place. Them they over here on YouTube, them over TikTok, and them I tell everybody say, Juliet Holness, like them I insinuate say, Juliet Holness did in a Melissa killing because she owned the land. She owned Melissa land. And the truth of the matter is, with that allegation going around, Juliet Holness supposed to go answer people them because they are answerable to the people. And if you have them an allegation you're going around, remember a murder, you know. So if you have them an allegation you're going around, you're supposed to go answer people them are. If the government did have a press secretary, then come out go answer people them. Right? I have not done any investigation on this, guys, because I just haven't had the time. Right? But the government and them spokespeople, they must come out and come answer the question whether or not Juliet Holness own Melissa land, or what Juliet Holness has to do with Melissa's land. Right? Was it sold to her before Melissa died? Did Sylvia sell her it? These are all the things where the people that might insinuate out of social media. So, you know, guys, you see, sometimes people believe, say, when them in a positions of power, they're not supposed to respond to certain things. Me not believe in that. Me feel say when you name, because at the end of the day, no matter how much money you have and no matter how powerful you are, at the end of the day, what you are really left with is your name, right? And your reputation. You see what I'm with Harvey Weinstein? When them convict him for rape, you see that him got appeals court and appeals court turn you over. Him can't get back for him reputation and done, you know. So when people come and bring things down by your name, you have to defend yourself. Immediately too. Some people, if them was poor and destitute, sorry, or if them never, before them become famous, if nobody call them name pan a fubble double, them go defend it right then and there. But suddenly, when they get in a positions of power, when people call them name and talk certain things, them not feel like say them for answer. Right? Me not say when people come with some little petty things, kind of everything me answer to, you know. Certain things are just not them, but and a kind of every dog will bark if it stop. But listen, when some people come bring some very serious allegation by your name, you have to answer. Me go find out, man. Me go try do it tomorrow. But me just ask you here because I know so no depend on social media too. I want to probably see or hear it too. But when me see the risers, them alone are run with it, then I know their pattern and their style of politics. So I didn't really follow it up, right? But you see, if them people here, I want to hear me as a Juliet wants to come off a speaker bench, but at the same time, I am saying if what they are saying is not true, or even if it is true, you still must come and address these concerns. Stop behave like Mark Golding, who come tell Jamaica say Melissa died of natural cause and condolence to her husband, and Mark Golding come edit the post. You know. And the police them now ask this man, what is what? Who call him and tell him where him here? How it go? So that them can rule him out of charging him for obstruction of justice. And him not feel like same should I come explain that to the people of Jamaica. Because if me come out, if you are my friend and you tell me say your spouse dead and make me come out, come talk about condolence and then sit there, I want me hear from the shout. I feel gonna do it. And the ballistic and the forensic come say something else, I would have never talk back to you again. Because right this you compromise me. So therefore I am coming out to the public to say, people, me talk based on when me hear or whatsoever if me know me innocent. Right now we don't know if Mark Golding not supposed to charge for obstruction of justice. But this is Jamaica. And I them a style of people not like why when people migrate, them just not bother with Jamaica because from you see justice is carried out this way. Right? As me said today, me tag the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Me say one could have sent FBI to the diaspora to investigate Dayton Campbell and the allegation them. But Mark Golding, who is implicated in a homicide, only now come tell the Jamaican people nothing. I only now ask this man nothing. So is it because he's an Englishman? All these things. So as me say, that's why when time some people migrate, them just throw one big old dirty stone behind of them. Because of them people here. Between the police, some of them, I only know me not bring down police. But some of these police guys, them fi do better. Likewise the politician them too. Me not activate it yet. Me soon activate it, Master. Thank you for asking, though. So, guys, me sorry. I want to say that really means I'm sorry. Say the tax-paying Jamaicans, them all I own upon here will pay tax at Jamaica. Me really sorry. Say, you have to go pay Vybz Kartel lawyer them. Because I don't want to tax dollars to do that. Right? Because of the carelessness in the justice system. I'm just recapping as I'm going to close out the program now. And as for Juliet Holness, you know my position over here already. Juliet Holness need to withdraw and apologize to the woman and or come down off the speaker bench if she wants her husband to be successful. If not, she can continue to be arrogant. And to Miss Curtis, thank you for your 3 decades of service. That shows a great deal of patriotism and dedication. You probably could have migrated like enough away and don't come back. Right? If you leave me attack. But you never do that. You stick it out over many administrations. So we thank you for your service. Right? As for Dan Anderson, the blood of Jesus against you, Dan Anderson. We see what you do to the Jamaican people then. You try to twist up their head and I take money if you stop them something there. Right? Them and them bogus poll. And the same poll tactic where they do and destroy and weaken our democracy in Jamaica, guys. We must remember them. When you hear Dan Anderson name, remember what Dan Anderson caused to happen to Bunting. Lose his whole political career because of manipulation and wickedness. Right? Come tell the people them. Same have the most potential, political potential. He more fit, more this, more that. And attack all the time. So there is no power, no money power, or no power that is bigger than people power. If you're just joining, we went back and looked at the poll last year. As you can see, June 2023, you can compare this poll to this poll that was done in recent weeks. And you will see that the government of Jamaica is doing much better than the last poll that Dan Anderson did last year. For example, 15% 15.6% last year said the country was going in the right direction, and today 28% feel the country is going in the right direction, which means that is a 13% increase for the government. So all of the other witchcraft, what them working, guys, it's not matching. Okay. Anyway, I thank you guys for joining. Thank you for your comments, your participation, your phone call. And make sure say yeah, man, we have to rebuke that. He might do too much now. After 4 years now, then I keep up arms out. Somebody if you call him out, you know. Me don't know how she own the land in a million. Me have to go look into it. But that's the rumor out there. What the risers are spreading. And if Juliet Holness is not going to answer it, then, you know, people are either going to believe it or whatever. But for our edification over here, I'm going to try and get some information tomorrow. Yeah, even though she may be a land developer, we would still want to know, you know, whether it's true or not. And if it is so, she should clear the air by saying, you know, how she obtained the land or whatever. I think that's appropriate, but there's something about our politicians in Jamaica where I think a lot of them, they don't feel like they're answerable to the people. And that's kind of politics. We're not supposed to support that, nor the people who do those things. I don't know nothing about it. Me just mention it here. But if I get any information tomorrow, I will bring that to you guys. For sure. Right? But where they are insinuating that Juliet may have something to do with the death of Melissa, I 100% denounce that. Right? I know that that's impossible. The only person responsible for Melissa's murder is Silvera and the risers them who help him to clean up the crime scene. They're the only ones responsible, nobody else. Right? Because they're the only ones who lied to the people. They're the only ones who drove all the way up to Stony Hill the morning or the night or both when Silvera called them and told them to come because him killed Melissa by accident. Okay? So guys, I hope you guys enjoy the program as usual. And as I said, thank you again. Make sure you like the live and share it. And I will catch you all tomorrow. All right? Take care and have a good night.